Sound okay. Good. So let's start this over here. Welcome to Austin. I messed up with the mute there. Thanks for letting me know. Here we're at the shores of Lady Bird Lake, and there's downtown Austin. And let me zoom in here. Yeah, it must be on my end. Thanks for letting me know there. My classic technical difficulties trying to use Streamlabs here on YouTube, but I guess hopefully you can hear me now. And good, thank you. So let's do this whole thing again here. So welcome to Austin. This is the skyline of Austin, Texas. We're here along the banks of Lady Bird Lake. We're going to check out the boardwalk here. I guess they started this in 2012, and I'm here with my father, and we drove and found a place to park over here. We're starting at, I don't know, I guess this connects all the way over around the dam there, and we'll walk along this boardwalk here in Austin, Texas. And good. Yeah, let's try it again. Good. Thanks, Be Creative, Grim Evil. Thanks for tuning in. And who else did I miss here? Sharon, thanks for tuning in. And I know I'm on earlier this morning than usual because we're gonna check out this Riverwalk, and we got the whole day here in Austin. You see people are jogging. We got about 45 degrees here in Austin, Texas, and hopefully it's going to get up to the upper 50s. We got bright sunshine. Adopt a goat. Help us fund the goats' return to trip. I guess they have goats out here. I don't know if they got goats grazing out here on the parks here in Austin, Texas. Here, let's check out this. Hey, nice to hear you, Michael. May, thanks for tuning in. Yeah. Sorry, I started. Thanks for letting me know the sound was off. I guess when I started this live up by the restroom. See, there's restrooms up here at this end of public restrooms of the boardwalk here in Austin, Texas, which is nice. And yeah, I'll edit out the beginning when I post the YouTube rerun there. I'll cut out the beginning part where I was muted, so there won't be a bunch of dead airspace at the beginning of this video. So thanks for tuning in. Welcome to Austin, Texas. Yeah, here's where the true boardwalk begins. Look, they got kayaks and canoes over there. Lady Bird Lake. Here's some ducks out here. Good morning, Tara. How's it going? Welcome to the boardwalk here in Austin, Texas. Look at that skyline here. Gotta make sure I don't hit the mute. There, we'll zoom into the part of the skyline. The skyline's growing by leaps and bounds. We were talking about it this morning. And yeah, I had to explain to people too, sharing the same thing. People are like, oh no, are you moving to Texas? No, I am not moving to Texas. I am just down here visiting my sister, brother-in-law, my nephews. You know, we spent time down here with my father. My father's the same way. My sister was like, Dad, don't you want to retire in Texas? He's like, every time we come down here, we see the traffic. And he's like, no, I think I'll stay in Indiana. And I'm the same way. I think I'll stay in Chicago. But I like coming down here and visiting. You know, it's nice to visit. And that's why you can tune in, check it out, see what's happening down here. But they got a nice little boardwalk here. There, we got some local birds here. Look at that, hanging out on the floating debris there. Here, let me make sure I got the chat on. Yeah, it's nice. Thanks for tuning in here. Michael, Tara, Sharon, Grim Evil. So what am I missing in Chicago? Anything? Somebody tuned in this morning. I think they were joking. You know, maybe they didn't realize I was in Austin. They were like, where's the snow? I said, I'm not in Chicago, I'm in Austin. But I don't think there's any snow in Chicago. I know it's turned colder finally. You know, it was so warm and foggy there before Christmas. But here's some of the housing here along this trail. And we'll continue down this way. Yeah, we try to keep it non-political. I know every once in a while I have to respond to a comment. My moderators do such a great job on TikTok trying to, and it infuriates people because people, they get angry. They don't understand why they were muted. They're like, you muted me for no reason. I said, I stand behind my moderators. And most of it's just to keep the conversation from turning political. I know sometimes I break my own rules and talk about something political because you have to. We can't live in a bubble. You know, everything's political. It's part of the human condition. It's social society, how we work out issues and talk about things. But you know, that's why I keep telling people, I'm like, it's only TikTok. TikTok is not free speech. You can still watch without commenting, you know, and I appreciate you. Usually the YouTube audience is much more forgiving. I think I appreciate you guys do too. I feel much more comfortable live streaming on this platform for multiple reasons. It's mostly because we have a smaller, more intimate audience that we can actually hear each other without all the comments flying by. You know, look at that. We got palm trees, beautiful blue skies, just foggy and rainy. Yeah, rainy, gloomy skies. Yeah, it's typical Chicago weather, wintertime. Hey, found my father. Look at this nice. You got these lake deck chairs sitting on the.
If I don't get run off, I don't know.
No, this is fine. Hopefully, I don't know if this is for the.
There they got signs that says no trespassing.
No trespassing, but this looks like it's part of the boardwalk here. There's a woman with the dog over there. Look at that.
Looks like they're trying to get one off.
No, it's fine. That's good. This is a nice spot. Look at this. Yeah, sitting here with the view. Yeah, there's parks on both sides. There's parks on both sides.
You see the crane, the white one that's kind of crooked?
Yeah.
There's a concrete, so you can see the concrete.
Oh yeah, that white arm. Let's zoom in here. Let's see if I can zoom into this construction. Yeah, and this morning, you know, when I was walking across the Congress Street Bridge there, someone tuning in, she said her husband is working on one of these construction sites. What my dad's talking about is, you see that white crane there? They're pouring concrete. I think that's what they do. And then they got the other structural lifting material up there. Those other cranes. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that.
Years ago, they used to have to raise it with a bucket.
Oh, I mean, but that was then they can.
Slower.
Yeah. They got to keep that mud flowing.
Wind wasn't blowing, it'd be nice.
Yeah, we just got some wind. Yeah, it's nice in the sun when the wind's not blowing, but when the wind picks up, it is a little cool. But yeah, Dad's got him a nice spot right here. Let me make sure I'm panned out all the way. There we go. Oh, look, I flipped it around. Hey, how's it going? You can see how I need to trim my beard. I know that's always an issue. I'm always afraid of dropping the phone in the water. Hey, the audience is saying hello, Dad. They're saying hello. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's a nice, peaceful spot. Really enjoying our Texas vacation. It's nice to see greenery, palm trees, and we're getting some good food and just lounging here. We're in no rush to go anywhere. Hanging by Lady Bird Lake. So if you want to sit here, I'll walk down over to where you see where that juts out there, yeah, and then I can come back. You want me to?
I'll stay here.
Good. Okay.
Either that or I'll head back if you're coming back.
You got a key to the car, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. So what I'm gonna walk all the way to the highway, and then I'll come back. And so if you're here, I'll find you. If not, I'll go back to the car.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
I'll probably start walking back.
Okay. Good.
I need to get some. I got gloves in the other jacket. I wish I'd worn the other jacket.
Is it in the car?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, so I'll be. Yeah, it is 45 degrees. So with the wind, it's a little nippy. But see, okay, it's people are running in shorts. That's nice. Yeah. But here, we'll head down the path here. We'll get you some footage. And again, one of my rules of live streaming, I got to keep moving. If I stay in one spot too long, and people lose interest. Well, I learned that by we were on the San Antonio Riverwalk, and I was wearing Dad out, walking them all around the San Antonio Riverwalk, and it gets overwhelming with the crowds. And so the second night we were in San Antonio, we tried to stay in one spot, but I think, and it's probably because I didn't have a good connection. It deteriorates over time when there's such crowds, and I noticed the more people tune in when I'm moving than when I'm stationary. I just noticed that. But here they got some kayaks, and we'll head here. We'll get out into this portion that's cantilevered over the river. See how they got housing right here? They call this the breakers on the lake. All pets must be on a leash. Okay. Oh yeah, he's doing good. Yeah, Dad's in pretty good shape. You see how he still rides a recumbent bike. He has had knee surgery. He's getting into the upper 70s. I mean, it's amazing how well he gets around. His older brother is older than him, and I forget, you know, I gotta take it easy on him. You know, they can't, you know how much ground I cover. I walked several miles already this morning and last night, and that's why I left him at the hotel, and he appreciates that. There's Lady Bird Lake, Austin, Texas. They got this little shade shelter. I guess that's what this is. I just wanted to check this out since we were here. We might drive over towards the University of Texas later today, and there's some overlooks on the western side of Austin. There's the skyline of Austin, Texas, Lady Bird Lake. Yeah, keep moving, stay fit. That's why I need the exercise. People are like, why don't you get a scooter, get a one wheel like Duran? I'm like, that's great. I need to walk. I like walking, and then I can stop. You know, I have a hard enough time just crossing the street and live streaming. I do ride a bike. You guys know I do ride a bike sometimes, live stream, which is, I don't recommend. That's dangerous. You know, it's too many distractions. But hey, there's people jogging. You got a pool right there. Look at that. These would be really nice. You could live right here. You have the views of the water and the skyline. But yeah, see, people were biking on it. See, I didn't know if it was like the boardwalk we walk around Chicago on the South Pond, which they don't want bikes on that, and it gets slippery. This surface is stone, or it's concrete. It's concrete, and there's a little texture on it. They got a scooter lane here. Scooter debris everywhere. Welcome to Austin. Look at the traffic on I-35. The notorious, horrible Austin traffic. See, positive and negatives to everything. Austin's a beautiful city, explosive growth, expensive city, but traffic is horrible. So all the people from LA moved here and brought the traffic with them. You know, it's a joke. I know it's not true that not everybody from California's moved to Austin. It's just people from Texas complain about that. But people in Colorado complained about it. People in Arizona complain about the same thing. They said people from California are taking over Arizona. They call it Calizona. But hey, thanks for tuning in here. Welcome to the boardwalk here along the Colorado River in Texas, Lady Bird Lake. And this is the first time I've actually physically been here since it's been built. Isn't that amazing? I think when I was here in 2012, it was still under construction. And time flies, doesn't it? Yeah. But I've seen this got wonderful accolades. People like this thing, and it's pretty well used, I guess. And they got bike trails all along this river on either side. Yeah, get some calzones. Get some calzones. Got great food all throughout Austin here. And we were over at 6th Street last night. Here comes some bikes. There, we'll get some good footage here. Yeah, thanks for tuning in here. Riverwalk, Boardwalk, Austin, Texas. Yeah, they're running full. Look, there's some little rock cliffs here. 8.5 miles. I guess I don't know where they start in that counter. We're 8.5 miles from something. But, yeah, you know, it's a little chilly with the wind. Here, let's zoom into the skyline, see if I can do it without muting here. Look at that skyline, all this construction cranes. This building over here is kind of at an angle. It's kind of like a monolith. There we go, let's zoom back out here. So every once in a while they got a little pier that juts out with a little shade shelter. They got some benches where you could sit here to overlook the Lady Bird Lake. I've had friends that have brought their kayaks here and kayaked when they were visiting, and you can rent kayaks all along here. In the summertime, there's loads of kayaks. And then you get up into the hill country, you can float down the river on an inner tube. It's nice. But yeah, we'll continue over there. Well, I'll walk until we go under the highway there, I-35, and then I'll go back and meet up with Dad there. He didn't want to walk down this whole thing, and I don't blame him. It's I just want to document it here. Thanks for tuning in here. Welcome to Austin, Texas. Hey, Bill, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, we're here along the Riverwalk. Hey, there's some graffiti. People make their marks wherever we go. That's that bridge there. That's the interstate I-35. It runs. If you take it north, it goes to Dallas. If you take it south, it goes to San Antonio. We got some wind here, so but here we'll walk right over this boardwalk here. It's not really a boardwalk. It's a concrete steel support system. Yeah, thanks for everybody. The lunch bunch is tuning in here. Thanks. I know I'm on early today, so you know, hopefully around lunchtime, the usual time. And yeah, you know, same as me. If it wasn't for me having family that lives here, I wouldn't come down here as often as I do. But I got my sister, my brother-in-law, I got 3 nephews that live in the suburbs of Houston, and we had such a great time over Christmas and before Christmas hanging out with them. And they got a beautiful residence there and near the Woodlands on the north side of Houston. And then so we're gonna head back there for New Year's. We just took a few days off to go into San Antonio, check out the Riverwalk, go up here to Austin, and then then I'll be back in Chicago. Don't worry, I'll be back in Chicago after New Year's. People are, hey, that's a nice dog. Hey, the dogs are getting excited. But it's nice to see green trees. It feels like it's still fall here. You know, it does get cold here in the winter, especially in the mornings. And that's why Texas beaches are nice, but they're not like Florida beaches. And it gets really hot here in the summertime, as you can imagine. But it gets hot in a lot of places. Yeah, I was walking on the wall. Do you see that? Yeah. Just walking the wall. So look, there's another, it splits there. The boardwalk splits, and they got one that goes that way and one that goes this way. Well, I think right on the other side of this underpass, I'll see if there's a nice skyline view to downtown Austin, and then I'll turn around and go back and meet up with my father. You see how this is nice, grade separated. You can, as a pedestrian, you can safely get across. Here's a nice map of the trail. So we're at the San Antonio Boardwalk, the trail loop. We started, let's see, we're right here. We are here. Okay, let me go down. We are here. We parked down around here, and we walked along here. We only got to here. See how it continues all the way over to Zilker Park. We crossed, there's the Pfluger pedestrian bridge. We crossed that this morning. This is all downtown. There's the Capitol. This is all Lady Bird Lake, which is part of the Colorado River. And this is all the trail system along the river here in Austin, Texas. Isn't that nice? Yeah. Hey, thanks, May. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, you can virtually tour the good old US of A from across the pond there, and I'm glad you tune in. And the same with me. I enjoy watching all the London live streamers and people from Europe, and I know you've traveled through Europe, which is easier for you to take advantage of that. And we'll show you good footage of the continental United States and areas that's easier for us to get over here. There's a boat. There's a canoe. There's some fishermen out there. Let's check this out. There's somebody in a canoe. Into December, fishing on Lady Bird Lake. Isn't that nice? It's still pretty cold. We saw some people on the Guadalupe River when we went up into the hill country yesterday. They were in waders. They were look at that. Yeah. LS Gender too. Yeah, you can check this out. That's good. Thanks everybody. Yeah, everybody's pretty friendly. You know, we met some people in New Braunfels. We were talking to them. They were asking about my gimbal and what I filmed there and stuff, and they were like, "Is TikTok gonna be banned?" We led right to that discussion. It's like, well, they haven't banned it yet, so it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. We're on YouTube. That's why we're fully prepared if it ever happens. I'm set up. If we ever lose TikTok, we'll just go to streaming full time here on YouTube, which you guys might enjoy that. I know. Look how you can park right across there. People park. There's like a public landing underneath the interstate there. I guess public access. You could, if you have your own kayak, I guess you could launch right there. Chris, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. I know I'm on earlier than usual this morning. Thanks for tuning in here. We'll get you a nice skyline view of Austin, Texas. Look at that. So we're under the I-35 interstate bridge. And yeah, it's beautiful places. Thanks for tuning in here. My father's with me, but he's further back on the trail, so I'm going to turn around. Once I'll get over to, I think that's pretty much, see there's some further down. This snakes all the way down. Let's zoom in here, let's zoom in here. So this is the San Antonio Boardwalk. And you see how it snakes behind the trees there, and then it pops out further down there. So I'm not going to go all the way down. I'm going to turn around so I don't get too far away from my father. And he's probably sitting on those lake chairs. He went back to the car to get his heavy coat. But yeah, TikTok is making too much money. I know. It shows you Wall Street doesn't care. You know, all this money, globalization, it gets mixed up. And then they worry about like security, and they're like, you know, that ship's already sailed. You know, look at this. Look at the skyline of Austin, Texas. Look, it's growing by leaps and bounds. Look at all those construction cranes. We're looking across Lady Bird Lake. And thanks for tuning in, everybody. I appreciate giving me a live audience here, and we'll of course put this in the reruns, and it gets posted. If you watch the reruns, I had the mute on accidentally at the beginning, so I'm gonna have to cut out the first minute until I figured out people were like, you can't hear me, and I was like, oh thanks, I had the mute on. But so here we'll give you a last view. New Braunfels was nice. We kind of drove through the little downtown area. It's an historic German town. I guess it was first settled in the 1840s. By German immigrants that came over here, I guess still when it was the Texas Republic, and they got their own land grant and negotiated their own treaties with the Comanches. Isn't that amazing? And there was people that were worried that they were going to try to set up their own German state over here, but of course Texas became annexed by the United States after the Mexican-American War, and all those German immigrants became U.S. citizens and settled the hill country. That's why we get New Braunfels, a lot of German heritage there, German American heritage, and Fredericksburg, all these German towns in the hill country. San Marcos is a beautiful town, which is north of there too, which connects up here to Austin. And we're on the Austin Boardwalk here. I'll head back towards my father here. And yeah, clean weather. Yeah, ZZ Top. Yeah, ZZ Top. Yeah, I'll put some LaGrange, you know, that Texas town. And they were really talking about the, you ever see that movie called the Best Little Whorehouse in Texas? I know there's a movie about that. I think Dolly Parton's in it. And there really was like a brothel in LaGrange back in the Great Depression or something. And people would travel all over because the local officials somehow tolerated it. And I think that's kind of what that song's about too. The ZZ Top song is amazing. Yeah. But ZZ Top is great. Yeah, we saw the Stevie Ray Vaughan statue this morning. It was just twilight, you know, the morning light there. Here's this map we were looking at before. You see how there's a, let's go on this other bridge here since we missed it. There's some bike racks. We're underneath the I-35 highway here on the boardwalk. So I wonder why there's a bridge here, and there's a bridge here, and I think they connect back. There's a little creek here. Look how there's a little creek wash that comes in underneath the highway here and connects with the Colorado River there. Yeah, well, there are some evidence. I'm sure there's people sleeping down here. Like all cities, you know, Houston, Austin, San Antonio, we saw evidence of a significant homeless population, just like Chicago, New York. The warmer climate cities probably have bigger homeless. I did see homeless people this morning. You could see them kind of on my live stream. I didn't put them in the reruns. On 6th Street last night, there were several people asking me for assistance. They thought I was a drunk live streamer coming out of the 6th Street bars. I was fresh meat. A lot of times homeless people see a live streamer and they'll come right up to the camera because, you know, they want to guilt you into it's the mind game, you know, and they know I got a live audience, and usually there's somebody in the live audience that's like, you didn't give that homeless person any money. I'm like, well, you didn't either, you know. And I have empathy for the homeless. It's just when you live in major metropolitan areas, you get desensitized to it, you know, and I certainly am in that category, you know. And I have worked in food banks. I volunteered in you know, the food depositories, and they bring in the day-old bread and fresh fruits and vegetables, and you sort out the good and bad, and people could go there and pick up stuff at the free store, which is nice. So there are plenty of outreach things for the homeless, as we all know, especially since the pandemic. Some of that stuff was curtailed, but look at the skyline of Austin, Texas. Michael, thanks for tuning in. Roxanne, yeah. They tolerate it because the politicians visited the house. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. You get the photo op there, Thanksgiving. You know, it's all part of the plan. Yeah, the blue skies are beautiful. The blue skies are beautiful. You know, it's not going to get as warm today as it did yesterday, but the upper 50s in the sun, it feels pretty nice. And so here we are on the Austin Boardwalk, Riverwalk. I guess you should call it a Riverwalk. It's not really a boardwalk because it's concrete and steel. But you see, there's the skyline of Austin, Texas. And hey, I love you always. The graffiti there. Nice little benches. Look at these. They're made out of logs of wood. They put some lacquer on it, and they made some nice benches out of hewn logs here. What's this? It talks about the watershed of Lady Bird Lake, how it drains the area around Austin, Texas. There we go. There's a good view. So tomorrow we're probably gonna head back to Houston. We're staying the night here in Austin, so we're here the full day in Austin. We're gonna head back towards Houston, or at least the northern part, the Woodlands. We're not gonna go back I-10. I-10 was a hairy driving, very start and stop. The volume of traffic. The traffic is just bad in this whole area of Texas. Houston's traffic's bad. San Antonio traffic's bad, and Austin is probably the worst that I've seen in this area. And we're gonna head back to Houston, visit with my sister, my brother-in-law, and my nephews. I'll probably get some fireworks so that we can shoot off some fireworks for New Year's Eve. That's a big Texas tradition. If I live stream at all that night, there'll be thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of fireworks being shot off in every direction. It's a big Texas tradition, at least in Houston area, to shoot off fireworks for New Year's Eve. And because usually it's warmer down here, you know. And yeah, we've learned the hard way. I-10, it's white-knuckled start and stop driving where you'll be going 80 miles an hour, and then you'll have to come to a complete stop, and the next lane will be whizzing by you there, and you're just praying that no one tailgates you or rear ends you. And then you start back up, and then you're doing 80 miles an hour again, bumper to bumper traffic. And then I-35 is a parking lot. You know, it's if you're moving the other side, it's usually a parking lot. And that's why it's nice once we finally got to Austin here to just kind of leave the car and walk around. And that's why I did the morning walk there in downtown Austin, did a nighttime walk last night after dark. And thanks for tuning in on multiple platforms. I know I keep switching back from TikTok to YouTube, trying to please both audiences, because we got an audience on most of you cross over. Most of you, you watch on both TikTok and YouTube, and I appreciate that. But we got a few people that stay on YouTube, and most of the people on TikTok stay on TikTok and never watch YouTube, but will never watch YouTube unless they ban TikTok. Personally, I would be fine with them banning TikTok, because then I could just concentrate all my resources on YouTube and film in 720 landscape P here, 720p like we do, so you can watch it on the big screen, flat screen TV there. There's the canoe, so I missed it there. They're canoeing out there. Yeah, I hear you, Roxanne. I know TikTok's not for everybody. I know what you mean. Multiple reasons, but it's the nature of social media. Look at that, the guy fishing right there. Isn't that nice? Yeah. Look, we get the skyline in the background there. Look at that. Yeah. Look at that juxtaposition there. Here, we'll go back out here. Hey, welcome to Austin. Isn't it nice? Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Yeah. Be creative. Thanks for watching on both. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's good. There's positive, negatives to everything. TikTok's great for people discovering live streaming. They can just, I wish YouTube was supposed to set it up so people could discover the live streams easier, but I don't think they got it going yet. And I'm waiting for them. They keep saying that they're going to get their, what they call it, YouTube Shorts, where you can live stream. Both, not just me, Deo Talk, much longer than me, has been trying to get his audience to watch him on YouTube. He has the same problem. I talked to Major Hustler about it too. Major Hustler, who I don't know if he's been streaming much lately, but he used to stream all the time from Seattle. He would get 1,000 people watching him every night on TikTok. He tried to get him to watch him on YouTube. He could get 2 people. He would get 2 people watching him on YouTube. His audience, his TikTok audience, would not watch him on YouTube. Isn't that amazing? And it's just the nature of live streaming. We got to deal with where the audience is at. But here, I appreciate you guys watching here on YouTube. I think it works better for the landscape. I can film more like this. I wouldn't be able to fit this whole thing in if it wasn't landscape here at 720p. I don't know what kind of fish are in the water. This is a fishing area. Maybe you could research online if anybody can help out there. You just type in Ladybird Lake. If we could ask this guy, if we could do an interview with this guy, say, what are you fishing for? We yell out there, hey, what are you fishing? He'd be like, shut up, I'm fishing. You're scaring away all the fish. Look, he's got a rudder. He's got a little trolling motor there on his canoe. That's the way to do it. You don't have to row or anything. You just tootle down the lake here. And so, right near downtown Austin, you can fish. But yeah, type in Ladybird Lake and type a fish, see if they stock this thing with any fish. Or my dad might know. Well, let's see if we can get to my dad. My dad might know what kind of fish might be in here. Bass fishing. Yeah, there you go. Thanks, Tara. Thanks for the good info. So, Lakeshore Park, Guerrero Park. Yeah. No, that's nice. Thanks for asking. Thanks for asking, Grim Evil. No, I appreciate the questions. I didn't realize how much I don't know until I started live streaming. Look at this squirrel. Look at this squirrel. You see this squirrel sitting on this branch? Man, that's a precarious spot there. Getting some acorns, I guess, out there on that branch. I don't know. Look at that. See that squirrel? Look at that squirrel. Sitting on the branch there. I'm amazed that branch can hold that squirrel. Look at that. Oh, scenes of nature in every city. 10 miles per hour is the speed limit for the bikes. Common carp, northern pike, largemouth bass, smallmouth bass. Channel catfish. That would be interesting. Catch a catfish, yeah. Yeah, the squirrel. The squirrel's gonna take a bath. But here, see, they got kayaks all ready to go here. And here's some of the palmettos. You know, I think it's called a dwarf palmetto. I don't know if that's the proper term for it or not. These grow all over East Texas in the piney woods. You see them all growing volunteer in the undergrowth of the pine forest. And yeah, jogging with the dog. So now I see we connected back with the land. So now we're back with the land here. Let's see if we can find my father, if he's still sitting on the deck chairs here. Hopefully he got his coat. And he was worried about getting run off by the development here. Look, they got a fire pit going. They got a fire pit going right there. Yeah, there he is. Good. They got the fire pit going. There he is. Good. He got his hat on. Yeah, it's cold here sitting by the lake. Yeah, that's smart. You got the hat. You see that guy fishing? Yeah, he started way down there and he came this way.
Over there, I think that's a boat launch.
Yeah, there's a boat launch right over there, yeah.
You can't see it from here, but over there, you can see the locks, the dam down
Yeah, there's the dam down there.
Saw it too.
Yeah, you can see the concrete, yeah. Yeah, see, they said you're sitting on the dock of the bay here. What are you saying?
The concrete thing, they're moving it around the bottom part, so they're using it today.
Oh, that construct. You've been watching that construction. Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
the bottom part,
Oh, yeah.
looks
Oops.
like they moved it, you know, so they're probably bored.
Oh, they're always pouring. Yeah, I mean, they once you start, you want to keep that thing going. They probably worked all through the holidays, working overtime. We're watching these construction of these towers go up here. They were talking about what kind of fish might be in here. This is no, that's what that's this guy.
Getting out over there, I think.
Yeah, so if you just tuned in, we're in Austin, Texas. We're sitting here by Lady Bird Lake. That's the skyline of Austin, Texas. We're east of it, and I walked along the river walk here, the boardwalk here that goes along the Colorado River. This is the Colorado River. We're sitting here in these deck chairs. And, yeah, I see how the wind, if you're sitting here, the wind, you see the breeze here through the trees.
I feel much better since I got my beanie on.
Yeah. You want to head back to the car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can go ahead.
No, I'll stay with you. We'll just, this thing keeps going. It goes all the way over to Ziegler, or Zeker Park, whatever they call that park. Yeah, look at this nice lake deck chairs. You can sit here and watch the skyline take shape. We'll head back to the car here. So what we're gonna do is we'll walk another, I don't know, quarter of a mile here, and we'll connect back with where we parked. What?
8 mile mark over there.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, they got I think I made it to 8 1/4. That was 8 1/2. But look at the palm trees. Nice to see palm trees. I guess they make it through the winter. But you know, these trees already lost their leaves. Hey, that's a nice dog. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Yeah, if you just tune in, we're in Austin, Texas, along this riverfront path here. I just wanted to check it out, document it a little bit. So yeah, once we get back to the car, I'll show you where the restrooms are, and then I'll sign off, and then we'll get back in the car and drive around a little bit and try to find another spot. So we'll be probably intermittently live streaming. Tune in if you want. If not, that's cool too. I know everybody's got stuff to do, but I appreciate the live audience and everybody tuning in here to check out this river walk. It's a nice amenity they got all along here in Austin, Texas. Yeah, nice pups. Thanks, Chris. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you had a good holiday there and ease into the new year. We'll get back to Chicago and get back to the normal live streaming schedule after the new year. And there, Noble Joe Coffee Company, Austin, Texas. Food truck park. This trail is your trail. That's good. There's those ducks are still out there. We'll go out in this little bump out. There's a geese. What is that? Herons? Herons? Yeah. Cranes? Yeah. No fishing in this area. That's what the sign says. Yeah, look at the kayaks. They got this little housing here. Hey, thanks the way I roll. Yeah, they've got the lunch bunch. Thanks for, yeah, maybe we'll drive over towards the University of Texas. Here's these, is this herons? What are those? Let me zoom in here. See, we saw some squirrels and now we're seeing some bird wildlife here. Lady Bird Lake. All the birds at Lady Bird Lake. Yeah. Austin, Texas. There it is. Thanks, Tara. You have a good day too. Thanks for tuning in here. Yeah, this will end right around here. And thanks for the support, everybody. I really appreciate it. That's a nice dock, yeah.
That's what you're fishing on.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a nice lawn though for that apartment building there. You can row right out there. It looks like there's a yeah, the paddle boats, they can wear you out. Yeah, let's see, where's that at? There's a, yeah, right there. There looks like there's a kayak. It's kind of in the shadows there. I don't know if you could see it there. There's like a boathouse right there. It's got some boats on the side of it there. Yeah, the ones you have to kick, those will wear out your legs. I know what you mean, but it does help out. You know, you can use your legs or you could use your arms if you got a paddle. Yeah. Oh, the way I roll said those were egrets. Were those eagles? Were those a type of eagle? I didn't know that. Look at that. That's a nice view of the boardwalk, Riverwalk, Austin, Texas. So I'll just show you how they got a nice little round seating wall over here, some little sculpture, and then they got some public restrooms, which are nice. You see how it's really easy. You can use this as a bike path. I'm sure some people bike into work this way. It's like the lakefront bike path we got in Chicago, except there's in Austin, it goes along the Colorado River here, or Lady Bird Lake. Hey, they got the, you can clean up after your dog. Got some trash bins. There, look at that. Yeah, egret's a type of fowl, waterfowl. So I wonder in the summertime, I wonder if this ball rolls around. It's one of those balls that rolls around on a jet of water. You know, it's got scratches on it. They got one of these at the Lincoln Park Zoo. There. No, it's not. They got the, yeah, they drained it. There's people working out here on the, they got some exercise equipment here. Oh yeah, my dad visits me all the time in Chicago. I got some, well, it probably was on my original account. On my original account, there was some footage and it got lost. And, but yeah, Dad comes up to Chicago. Usually Dad drives up to Dune Park there in Indiana, uses that park and ride, and takes the train right into Millennium Station, which is perfect because I can meet him downtown right near where I work. And then he doesn't have to worry about having a car or driving in Chicago traffic or worrying about parking. Because I know you can park for free in the park, and he's done that in the past. But then you're always worried about your car out there in the park, you know. And you end up paying for parking, and no one wants to do that. You can use the park and ride. Dad likes using the transit, the South Shore line, which is perfect. And that's why it cracks me up. People are like, you never go to Millennium Station. I'm like, I go to Millennium Station all the time. How can people make an accusation like that? You know. But see, this path continues for miles that way. Miles that way. Here's the restrooms where we started this, where I was muted when I first started this. But Marble Madness, yeah, the big ball there. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, Dad said checked out the facilities. Was it clean? Stinky. Yeah, well, that's what you get for public facilities. Oh yeah, Chris, you remember that? Chris remembers when I posted that footage of you on your recumbent bike, and I sped it up and we put it to the Queen music, just like I did that one on Lakeshore Drive there. Yeah, he is. He always tries that fast. Awesome. Thanks, Chris. Thanks for remembering that. And we lost that footage. I didn't back it up, but we'll do it again. But hey, thanks everybody for tuning in. We got 11:12, so we're gonna hop back in the car. I'm gonna end this live. We might start another one later today, and we'll get you some other sights of Austin, Texas here. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up here. All right, thanks everybody from Austin, Texas. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Check out the reruns there. Yeah, this hand sanitizer, nothing comes out. I know that's usually what happens. Thanks, Roxanne, Be Creative, Cole, Chris, Grim Evil, May, and Tara. Good. All right, I'll talk to you later. Thanks, everybody. Talk to you later from Austin. All right.